Keep the tone all alive. They said that we'll survive. So now I'm living life till I'm dead by 45. I call it greatness.
Alright, settle the fuck down. So I am a first-time comic, and that could mean that this ends up being a bitter 2 moments ending in disappointment. And yes, I do say that to the ladies on a date. So I want to talk about my 2 biggest pet peeves. My first biggest pet peeve is squeaky shoes. I hate squeaky shoes. It drives me to semi-psychotic thoughts. One time I was visiting my grandma in a rehab home for surgery, not drugs. This time. And I was walking next to this old lady, and she had a walker on and her shoes were squeaking. So immediately my mind went from Bruce Banner to the Incredible Hulk. And I was, and I immediately had thoughts of kicking her walker out, pushing her down, stealing her shoes. And then I looked to my left, and I was like, oh shit, that's my grandma. I told her that joke, and things have been awkward between us. My other biggest pet peeve is when grown men, when they get to use the restroom, they tell me that they're going to use the little boy's room. Creep. It amazes me at this day and age, with all the sex offenders out there, people are still saying, I gotta go to the little boy's room. I feel as a law-abiding citizen, it is my civic duty to call up Dateline's Chris Hansen and set up a goddamn sting. I don't know. Speaking of kids, my brother and his girlfriend had 4 kids together. Hey! What are you clapping for me for? Only one of them's mine. My brother's in the audience, he's probably like, you asshole. You asshole. Anyway, I'm at that age now where you start picturing yourself as a father, and it's terrifying. I'm not so much scared of having a son as I am a daughter, and here's why. I have this paranoid feeling that if I have a daughter, she's going to grow up and start doing pornography. And what's worse, I'm going to find out via search engine. How do I confront that? I certainly sure as shit can't go to my wife. I can't go to my daughter. Can you imagine that conversation? Honey, I was on astastic.com and, well, I don't know. With the son, though, I think it's a little bit easier. I know some of you may disagree. But basically with the son, you're like, okay, hey, don't get anyone pregnant, and don't bring a gun to school. You're all right. Slap him on the butt and get out there. I don't know. So I decided to stop drinking. Excessively. And the reason being is because I passed out in public spaces. Now, there is a rule when your friends pass out in public spaces. They're going to get you safe. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 comes with an addendum. They're going to draw some shit in your face. Penises, swastikas, you name it. But when you're my size and pass out, it's more like a beached whale situation. They're concerned, they're sad, there's really nothing they can do. Can you imagine? My friend Brandon one time, I passed out, he's right there, I passed out, and he goes to his friends, like, you want to try to pick him up? Get serious. Seriously. Just get him some water, he'll figure it out. They did try to roll me out one time, and my one stoner friend, was like, these ain't the kind of fatties I roll. What a dick.